Oh, all right, everybody. How we doing? The old question, how we doing? Or the old New York question, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
I got my grandson in California, 2 years old. He says, how you doing? And he says, forget about it. You know, of course, his mother's not too happy because she's from California, but my son's got him going after throwing all that New York in him. Anyway, we had it's a little interesting tonight. We try to do something a little different. And it gave me an idea for a whole other show that we'll probably be adding, not letting go of this because this is the mainstay. But we're going to be doing something I'll brief you on it when we get a little more involved. But we got Frankie Avalon, a good friend of mine, an old friend of mine, and I say that without, like I said, without meaning how old he is. But we're going to be he's zooming into us or Skyping into us, and from California, and we're going to talk about a new project that he's doing. And I got to my left, I have Joey M on my left, and I have Tommy C. or Tommy Kono. Which one do you prefer?
It all depends. Tommy Kono works.
Tommy C. Kono.
That's it.
Anyway, they got a project going on also with Frankie, and we'll elaborate on it in a few minutes. I just want to thank all you guys for hanging out there waiting for the door to open a little later than usual. But just to basically get right into what we usually do is the question of, has anybody been out and seen any of the shows? And then the other question is, are there any shows coming up soon? And I'll turn it over to you guys. So anybody see any shows recently they would like to talk about? No. Okay. All right. Either you didn't get out of the house or you don't like the show you went to. All right. Anybody have any shows that they actually get? Where are you? Let's see. All right, we got two of you. All right, ladies first. What do you got, Linda? We get you a microphone.
Thank you very much, Vito. And I just want to wish everybody a happy and healthy new year.
Same to you.
And I'm very excited because I booked my Tunnel to Towers event. That's the third annual event that I'm doing. It's going to be September 20th. And I don't have all the particulars, but I could tell you right now that Just Friends is going to be performing. The New Expressions are going to be performing. Robbie Schumacher is going to be performing. And like everything hasn't been all engraved in stone, but again, it's going to be September 20th, and I'm very excited and proud to do it for Tunnel to Towers the third time.
Beautiful.
And just something current, in Reggiano's on March 2nd, Just Friends is going to be performing, and it's a great restaurant, delicious food, and I hope everybody will come out.
Beautiful.
And again, thank you so much for giving me the platform to say all this.
What's the date again?
Okay, so September 20th is going to be my Tunnel to Towers event, and March 2nd is Reggiano's 2 on Highland Boulevard.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Linda. Thank you. Good luck with them.
Thank you.
How you doing, Joe?
Hi, Vito. How are you?
Good, buddy.
Happy New Year to
Same to you and your wife.
A lot of health. I have a show coming up on February 3rd at Ort Saint. I got Soletto and the Saxman, John Superletti and the Reactions, and I have the Tissels. That's February 3rd at Ort Saint. There are the couple tickets available. Also on April 27th, I have a show coming up in Jersey, in East Brunswick. I have Richie Santa doing his Elvis show. I have Bob Coolett, and I have Anthony DiDio.
Nice.
On that show. Let's see. Then we have another one back on Staten Island on May 18th at Ort Saint. I got Barbara Harris from the Toys. I got Anthony DiDio, and I got Gene DiNapoli on that show.
Beautiful.
So we got some good shows coming up. We have one more that we didn't put together yet, but that should be a good show too.
Good for you.
Thank you, Vito.
Beautiful, Joe. Good luck. Good luck with them.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was actually saying a little earlier on one of on the actual Skype. We're going to be next week. We'll be in Iowa at the location of the fatal plane crash that Buddy and the Bopper and Richie Valens were there. It's an anniversary, and we've been invited every couple of years to do it. That particular show is unbelievable. I mean, it's a feeling that you get when you're on the same stage that Buddy Holly and the guys were on only the day before they had the accident. So, but in essence, we do it, we enjoy the people. There's about 2,000 people in that surf ballroom, and going to be 30 below zero. I mean, that's the one thing I don't like about going to Iowa, in February. And then from there we go out to Canaveral, Cape Canaveral. We jump on a ship, and we head out to Puerto Rico and Haiti and God knows where else. And that thing's going to be in the high 90s. So, going to be a rough couple of weeks. This coming Sunday, we'll be at the at the Shore Casino in the Atlantic Highlands. It's a fundraiser there, and also a tribute to Larry Chance, who passed recently. And we're going to be on Staten Island for the first time. We're going to be doing something at a place called Esker's, and in that particular show, a friend of mine owns the place. He wants to put some entertainment in there, and we were asked to be one of the acts. We're going to go in there on April 12th, and that's going to be with Barbara Harris and myself. And that's not a big restaurant. It's big enough to have a show, but it's not where it's going to be overbearing. So the food is excellent. Max is excellent food. So if you get a chance on the 12th, stop in and see us, and we'll make it a personal thing. I like those small things because it gives us the opportunity to get the audience involved and be there. Any other questions? Anybody have any?
I just want to say one
What do
thing.
you got, Al?
That's with your whole band, too. Let everybody know.
The whole band?
His whole band is going to be on
Yeah,
April
we'll be there
12th.
with all the guys, and a lot of new material too. We'll be doing. I mean, everybody sees us at the beach and at Richmond Town, and it's kind of difficult to keep changing the act. But we got a lot of new stuff we're going to be doing that particular night, so we're looking forward to it.
I just want to announce, we just came about with Tommy C. April 5th at Nino's. The Fireflies and Tommy C. are going to be at Nino's.
Beautiful, good,
So
nice.
Tommy
little
C's going to hit Staten Island by storm.
Well, the Staten Island used to be the hub. There were so many nightclubs out here at one point, and everyone was jammed every weekend. Things changed, but now it seems to be going a little more into supper clubs as opposed to nightclubs. So, but hey, what do we got out here?
Good evening, gentlemen.
How you doing, Rich?
Nice to see you all. Happy New Year.
Richie Santa.
That's right. I have a show coming up on March 2nd. I'm doing a show for Al Simone and Steve Dassa Entertainment, Al Simone Entertainment. It's called A Night of Music and Memories at the CM Performing Arts Center in Oakdale, New York. It's 931 Montauk Highway, Oakdale, New York, 11769. And you can get tickets at 631-218-2810. And on the show, we have Vinny Modugno, myself, Stiletto and the Sax Band, the Chiclets, and we're all being backed by the fabulous Coda Band.
Beautiful.
That's
Good.
it.
Nice. All right. Well, at this point, I think we touched everybody out there. I don't want to miss anybody. Hey, everybody. I got some good news for you today. We're going to try something a little different. And the way it turns out, we can't get everybody from outside of the New York area to come on the show. So I had the idea to possibly do something a little different. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to Skype. I didn't know what a Skype was. I only know what tripe was. But at this point, we're going to do a little Skyping with an old friend of mine. And I don't mean old by age because he's much younger than me. But ladies and gentlemen, a very good friend. Just say hello to Frankie Avalon when you get a chance. And you can be clapping at home. But the fact is,
Everybody, hi.
there you go. Say hello, Frank.
You know,
All right. Pleasure.
you said the Brooklyn Paramount, was it?
Yeah, we did the Brooklyn Fox, 1958, and we did the Alan Freed Show.
Yeah, but
And
wait a minute. Don't we go back the bus tour?
the bus tour was right after that.
It was after that.
Yeah. You became a superstar when you did Venus, and then you said goodbye, Vito, and that was the last time. So,
No, we run each other now and then.
and I had a series of flops that kept us apart for a little while. But we're still working. We're busy as hell 65 years later. This is going on 66 years since you and I did that Fox. And by the way, want to wish you a happy anniversary, you and Amy. 61st
Yeah.
wedding anniversary. God bless you. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Jay and I are married 61 years.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's something you don't see anymore. And you definitely don't see it in Hollywood or California. As you know, the odds are pretty much against them. But God bless the both of you. That's that Italian background. That's the upbringing, the Italian upbringing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So,
heard that. Right.
how, you're in California now. How many years now?
About 59.
Wow.
Warner Brothers, doing my first film, had a picture that we did called Under the Timber.
Right.
And it was in January. And Creed agreed. And I pumped Creed. I said, I think I'll stay here.
Well, you,
I was fortunate enough with a lot of film, a lot of television. And my family and my wife here.
wow. Wow. We actually, when we did a tour in California, the co-writer of Little Star was my first tenor in the group, Artie Venosa. And Artie went there and he said, Vito, I'm not coming back. I'm not going back to New York. I said, what are you talking about? He said, no, I'm not going, you know. He said, and he stayed there, and he stayed there for I don't know how many years before he actually moved over to Vegas for a while. And unfortunately, he passed away. But he said that to me. I'm not going back. And I mean, there's something about it. I was out there. I mean, we toured out there, but I liked it. But it just had that New York. It didn't have the New York that I wanted because I'm not in New York proper. I'm in Staten Island, one of the boroughs.
I am.
I got everything here. I got
But I know, because I'm from Philadelphia. I'm from South Philadelphia, neighborhood, that kind of upbringing, best ever.
absolutely.
But if I told about getting out there to pictures, I struck family. But would have big children
Uh,
in 10 years. But this was my home.
yeah. Oh, nah, God bless you. I tell you the truth. When you started to progress, into different fields, and when you started to do, had some successful songs back to back, I can't tell you how proud I was of you. It was almost like a family member, becoming very, very popular and succeeding in something that we knew that you loved. I said the same thing to Dion. I was talking to Dion the other day, and
Uh-huh.
as he keeps going, and he's like an Energizer bunny, and I was always so proud of what we did and where you accelerated to. God bless you. I'm really proud.
We're very good Lord. Us, and,
Yeah,
it's been a great career. Do have a career still out there. The elegance,
yeah, yeah.
5 years, do all my.
Yeah, I still have a good time going up on the stage. We still perform every week. I'll be going, matter of fact, I'm not thrilled that I'm going next week. We're going to Iowa. I love the location, the Surf Ballroom where we lost Buddy Holly. And we were on tour with Buddy right before that tour. So we're going back for the anniversary, but it's 30 below zero, so
Yeah.
I'm not too thrilled. The last time we did it, I did it about a year and a half or 2 years ago. And Bobby was with us right before he passed, and Bobby Rydell, and
Yeah.
and as soon as he walked in the door, he had like icicles. I never forget that. He must have been perspiring from the dressing room. The dressing room was in a trailer about
Well, that's been a little vodka.
yeah, yeah, right. Vodka don't freeze. He must have had a little spritz in there. Yeah, but as soon as he walked in the door, he looked at me and he said in Italian, "Quando cazzo di freddo," he said.
That's right. You know
But
what that means.
it's brutal out there. And then when I leave there, we go right to Cape Canaveral, and then we get on a ship, and we're going out. We're going out to Puerto Rico and Haiti and some other place. So I'm going from 30 below to 90. So,
Yeah,
but you know what? I'm not complaining. I love every minute of it.
that's right.
Yeah.
Still
So
out there.
why don't you tell me what you're up to at this point, other than the fact that
Well, this conversation, I'm very happy that you're letting us uh, say something that we're very, very proud about. Joey M has been a friend of mine for years and years, and he me to a young man who I just looked absolutely magnificent.
oh,
He had an idea, two of us to get together, kind of like a mentor, and to present him the rest of this world with our technology today.
you
So
know,
he got me to agree to go to a studio after 5 years of recording and to do a couple of things together. And we're excited. to working with Tom D is his name. And we went, and we two sides came out absolutely sensational. And we're going to present to everybody what the response was.
Beautiful. You know what we could do? Why don't we go widescreen here? Because I have Joey M sitting on my left, and I have Tommy on my right. So there we go. So you guys now he can see you, and
How you doing, Frankie?
Hey,
Frank.
they keep me in check here. They keep me balanced.
Making sure Vito don't get away.
Oh yeah. You know, by the way, I saw your backyard, your house in Malibu. I saw,
oh, yeah.
I saw the few acres that you have out back there, but I have one complaint. I didn't see one fig tree.
You know what? I have either. I don't know where to get.
What?
I don't know unless I Napa, where there's
Well,
all the wine.
if you don't mind it screwing up your plants out there, I'll make a point of finding one and get it out to you. We have fig trees, and we wrap them up with tar paper and put a paint can on the top
Yeah.
for the winter. You know, so you won't have to do that. I'm going to do some research. I want to see if I find you a fig tree. What do you think of that? We'll do it.
All right.
Anyway, this project that you want to elaborate on the project a little bit?
Yeah, well, we actually started the project when we first did it. The first song we ever did was with Bobby Rydell.
Right.
And Tommy, I had plans to call Frankie and do songs with Frankie, but I had to approach Frankie with this. And what I did was I sent him the video of with Rydell. And when he saw what we did, and then he looked Tommy up and to see, his talent, he said, let's do it. And we got in the studio. We did everything from here on the East Coast, and I kept on sending everything to Frankie as step by step.
Right.
And we did Beauty School Dropout first.
Right.
And that's a iconic song from the movie Grease.
Right.
And Frankie throws me a curveball and says to me, I don't want to do it the way it was done. I want it changed. And so now we're figuring out how we're going to change the song. And he pitches a ball at me and he says, well, something like drop out, drop out, drop out. And it goes like that. And I'm thinking, all right. So I go back to our arranger and bingo, it just hit.
Took a life of
I
its own.
I sent it right back to him, and he loved what we did. And then we did the second song, and it's unbelievable. And Frankie did everything status quo, the way it was done originally. And then Tommy did all the harmonies and stuff like that.
Your mics are not working.
You can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. You got me?
Yeah,
Okay. All right, good. So and that's where we're at, and so we sent it to Frankie, and he loved everything that we done, and he loved what Tommy did with his vocals, and now we have to get on the road to start promoting it. We're going to do a national press release soon. We're just waiting on some photos, and once that's done, and we're just going to go national with this.
Well, look, I mean, it's a good thing when you find people who have been in the business like Frankie's all these years, and now he has the opportunity to give somebody else a chance to carry to the next level.
Absolutely.
So you can never say thank you enough to somebody like that. And it's just, but believe me, they went through. There's so many artists out there. They've done everything they've done, and they're not interested anymore. But somebody like this who can actually see, you probably see yourself in him a little bit, which is what makes you want to get involved, Frank.
well, Bill, if you have an opportunity to give someone an opportunity to be seen, because I appreciate talent, and I do it because people appreciate his talent.
Absolutely. No, that's it. Yeah, that you can't say thank you enough.
Your mic's not working either.
No, mine's not working. Okay. All right. We're having a little technical difficulties, but all we had to do was switch from this mic to this mic, so we'll be fine. In the meantime, we can always do this.
That's it.
Looks like I could get ready to perform over here.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Well, you're an excellent singer too, by the way.
Thank you,
I got
thank
a
you.
package for you, by the way. It's a package of bacala and a few other things we can make.
I love bacala.
I know you do. I saw you make it the other day. You know, he's on.
Jay's a great chef.
Yeah, he's got his own show now where he stands and he cooks and he does things like this, and then he goes like this. I love this part of your show. Hello, George. I see George over here.
Yeah, I try to acknowledge.
Hi, John. John's here now.
He talks to everybody through the screen.
That's great. You want to say something? You want to?
Listen, there's really not much for me to say because this is there's really no words when it comes to recording with these guys. I mean, not even recording. Listen, at 27 years old, I'm sitting next to Vito Picone, for the second time. And how many times have we worked on shows together and working with Frankie and Bobby? It's at 27 years old. Nobody could say that they've done this, and all thanks to Joey M here. None of this would have ever happened. So for me to be able to say all my accomplishments in the past, 5 years? 5 years. I'd say, yeah. It's unbelievable. I mean, I've said this to Frankie that once we started talking about this project with people, their first response was always, "That's unbelievable." Frankie Avalon
He's not in
is the Frank Sinatra of my generation, and it's the coolest thing to be able to say that I recorded with that guy.
Good. Just do me a favor. Stop saying 27 years old a couple of times. Every 5 seconds, 27. You keep reminding me. I keep getting chest pains.
It's 3 times the age. That's what's scary.
No. What's the name of the dog, Frank?
This dog here,
Yeah. Your dog.
and the other one is Sucky. My nickname when I was growing up. But Casey chirping is like a bird or something.
Okay.
Come here.
We got
Come
two
say
dogs?
hello.
Yeah, he's got 2.
Come here, little boy.
2 dogs. All
Two
right.
dogs.
Are they big?
We used to have
We
three
can't see them from
last
here.
night.
Ah, good. Anything in the future? I mean, as far as I know, you can work every day of your life if you had the chance. But the thing is, you do have the chance. But is there anything that you're doing that's going to be coming up, as far as I know?
Well, yeah, I'll do my 20 dates a year. It's enough.
Yeah.
But we're working on a film, and I think within the new year now, by probably be in screening.
Okay. When I'll give you a little piece of trivia. Of course, Dick Fox, he passed away not too long ago. Very, very close friend of both of ours, and we played in a room called in casino in Atlantic City. I can't even think of it right now, but it's no longer there. But we shut more places down. No, but this casino was Atlantis. It was the Atlantis Casino in Atlantic City, and we were having breakfast the next day after the show with Pat Cooper, myself, and Dick Fox, and we were talking about the future of the business. And Pat Cooper, in his humor that he has, which says what's on his mind, comes out of his mouth. He said, "How long you think this damn music is going to last? Who's going to listen to this stuff? You're going to run out of acts. It's already 30 years old at that time." So I said, "There's so many other ways to do this. You can do it with single artists. You can do it with band. There were a lot of bands at the time that had hit records, like the Royal Teens and the Ventures and so on and so forth." I said, "So in reality, there are plenty of singers out there, individuals. You put 2 or 3 of them together, call them the Golden Idols, and you put them out there." Well, Dick Fox was an entrepreneur. He would take an idea and run with it. Me, I would just have the idea and put it in the drawer someplace. He got off the table, called his secretary, a girl named Kelly at the time. She contacted you and Bobby, and put together the Golden Boys from that conversation at that restaurant in the dining room in the Atlantis. And then over the years,
Wow.
yeah, over the years I booked you guys quite a few times with him. I even at one point, when Fabian couldn't make it, I put you 2 guys with Freddie Cannon. I don't know if you remember that date, but Freddie was the 3rd Golden Boy on one of the dates. But Freddie was just too high energy for what you guys were doing, and it just didn't lend itself to it. And now I understand you're with a good friend of mine too, with Lou Christie.
Oh, yeah, wonderful.
And
Yeah, and a
great guy, great guy. How do you like that chemistry with the three of you now?
Oh, it's fine. I mean, listen, talented. He's got it,
Yeah, yeah,
and he fit right in there. And of course, we miss Rydell.
yeah.
Was here
I know. That's a,
gone?
that's a sad situation. But at this age, we're saying goodbye to so many friends.
I know.
No. Anyway,
That's where we come in, all the young guys. It's as sad as it is to say. It's as these guys go. It's great for us to pick up those batons and keep the music going, and that's the goal.
that's great. That's great. But to be honest with you, I mean, I could keep you here for another week and a half and talk about different things, and God knows when it'll end. But if there's anything that you guys want to add, before we let him go, and I'm sure he's got to go to a bocce game or something he's playing.
You got to go to a bocce game, Frank?
No,
We didn't touch on the second song, actually.
Okay, give me the second one.
The second song we did was Beach Blanket Bingo.
Oh yeah.
And when Frankie and I first discussed this whole project, and we talked about the songs that we wanted to do, like I'm throwing out there like Venus and Why and stuff like that, and he stopped me and we were about a minute into the conversation, Frank, when you stopped me and you came up with these two songs, and he says, think for a second, and then I couldn't think what he was driving at, and then he said, Beauty School Dropout, and then Beach Blanket Bingo. Right. Well, I've seen Frankie's show so many times, and I've watched the audience get into it when they do, of course, Beauty School Dropout, and then the Beach Blanket Bingo, the whole place gets into the song. So when we went to the studio to do the songs and had the arrangements done, we had to go back twice on both songs because he did not want to go do the original way.
Right.
Well, on Beach Blanket Bingo, we did a reggae feel.
Oh, nice.
And after we did it and we recorded it and all, I come back to the East Coast, Tommy and I, we come back here, and Frankie calls me and he said, what do you think of adding a rap? And I said, a rap? And I thought, and he's got my head spinning.
Yeah.
So now I have to musically think and tell our arranger what to do. And he had his wife do it. And I said, this isn't going to fly. I says, find me a rapper. So he gets a rapper from the studio, a young kid, 30 years old, and he goes in there and he raps the song.
Great.
Right in the middle of the song. Let me tell you, I can't wait till it gets released.
That's great. I'll tell you the reggae thing, which is going to be excellent for you guys too. There's a movie coming out, now. It's the Bob Marley story. It's actually the life of Bob Marley, and that's going to come out.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And about Bob Marley, I knew him pretty well, only because I would play the Princess of Bermuda, and that's where I met Bob Marley. Not a good time at the dance clubs.
Yeah.
No, what Joey M and Tommy have done with those songs to introduce Tommy C, you're going to be really surprised, but I'm sure they're going to be surprised too.
And that's what you want. I always said this. You need a new mousetrap. That's the only way you're going to become successful. You got to invent a new mousetrap. And this is what you got to do. There's nothing wrong with double-breasted suits are back again now, and so are band collared shirts. Now, if you threw those things away, you're going to be going buying new ones again. So everything old is new, and that's the key to everything. They just have to present it a little different. Put a little parsley on top of it, make it look a little different.
Italian parsley.
That's it.
Not regular parsley.
Potosina.
Guys, thank you so much for having me, introducing Tommy C. I think you could be a very successful young talent as a person, and of course with no man behind me, and guys like you, all an opportunity
Oh, God.
to present something that we have passion for. So thank you, I appreciate it.
I can't say thank you enough. And
Thank you, Frankie.
you're going to be in
Thank
New
you,
York
Frankie.
sooner or later. We'll bump into each other. make sure we touch base because I want you to come to dinner. We'll take you to dinner, and we'll have
All right.
we'll have a few laughs.
Same thing when you're out here, Joey will let you know.
Well, I got-
Say Malibu where.
Well, I got to come and deliver the fig tree, so we'll figure something out. Frankie, God bless. God bless you. Happy anniversary again.
Thank you, Frankie.
Love you, brother. Bye bye.
Thank you, Frank.
Why don't we get to the introduction of this particular thing that we're actually talking about right now, and if you can give them just a little enlightenment on the package that you and Bobby Rydell, Frankie Avalon and Tommy are working on.
Well, it actually started with Bobby Rydell.
That was the start of it all.
Yeah,
That's why
and actually that was the start of it all. I produced 2 records, recordings rather, with a remake of Sway, and then of Wild One with Bobby Rydell. And why we were doing it, Tommy had asked me, can we possibly record with Avalon? And I said, well, let's get out of the studio first, and we'll figure it out after we get done. And then after we got the songs together, Bobby passed. And we were supposed to do a video, and we never got that far. Bobby had got sick, and he passed. So then I reached out to Avalon, and what I did was I sent him the Sway video. He saw the production of it, and he immediately called me. And he said, so what do you want? What do you have in mind? And I said, I'd like you to record you and Tommy together. And he came up with the suggestion of Beauty School Dropout, and then Beach Blanket Bingo. And so we went in the studio. We did it from here in the East Coast, and then Tommy and I flew out to the West Coast and recorded it out there. But we did all the arrangement and the tracks and everything out here.
Beautiful.
And we're waiting for a national press release. That's going to happen soon. We're actually waiting for photos from Frankie's end because they're going to do photos together. We took a lot of photos together, but nothing posed. It was all natural shots of the studio and recording and going out to dinner and all that stuff. And so now we're just waiting for his photos to come in, and then we start the press release, and then the song will come out.
Beautiful.
But you're going to get to hear it tonight on your show.
Yeah, I want to play it now. Matter of fact, Sal, are we okay in the booth? Can we get Beauty School Dropout out there? They're going to be playing Beauty School Dropout without anybody singing. He knows it.
That's it.
That's it.
Beauty school dropout. No graduation day for you. Beauty school dropout.
Completely different feel.
Missed your midterms and flunk shampoo. Well, at least you could have taken time to wash and clean your clothes up after spending all that dough to have a doctor fix your nose up. Baby, get moving. Baby, get moving. Why keep your feeble hopes alive? What are you proving?
But one thing he said, he wanted to sing it the same.
But not
He didn't want to change his.
If you go for your diploma, you could join us then, oh, turning your T's and combs and go back to high school. Beauty school dropout, beauty school dropout, hanging around the corner store. Beauty school dropout, beauty school dropout. Well, it's about time you knew the score. Well, they couldn't teach you anything. You think you're such a looker, but no customer would go to you unless she was a hooker. Baby, don't sweat it. Baby, don't sweat it. You're not cut out to hold a job. Better forget it. Better forget it. Who wants their hair done by a slob? Now your bangs are curled, your lashes twirl, but still the world is cruel. Wipe off that angel face and go back to high school. Baby, don't blow it. Beauty school dropout. Don't put our good advice to shame. Baby, you know it. Beauty school dropout. Even the rabbits say the same. Now we call the shot. Get off the pot. We really gotta fly. Gotta be going to that mug shot in the sky.
Took it from a waltz to a rock song.
Unbelievable. The range you've got is incredible.
Thank you.
You know, it's amazing.
Well, that's what Frankie loved about it.
Yeah, of course.
Frankie sang it straight, and
Absolutely.
Tommy did all the.
We tried. We tried to get Frankie to do all that stuff.
No,
It didn't work. It didn't work at all.
He's not looking to impress anybody
No,
after all these
not at
years.
all.
He insisted on doing it, and
He didn't want his dogs to howl.
That's
That's why.
and it was funny when we were doing the production of it, and he, on the phone, he would say, "Well, when does Frankie Avalon come in?" He doesn't say when I come in.
Right.
When does Frankie Avalon come in? He separated the two people.
Wow.
And that was
different person.
He talks
Yeah.
third person, third party.
third
That's how
party,
it is.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, when you're in the business, that's how it is.
That's why I tell Vito all the time.
That's
You tell Vito, but he doesn't listen.
I know. I don't believe what I say. You know, I can't tell you how much I appreciate the fact that you're here all the time. You know, not all the time, but when you do come here, it's a pain in the neck. You guys are coming from Wildwood, and
Yeah.
that's about almost a 3-hour drive
Almost 3 hours.
in
Right.
bad weather sometimes too.
But when you're young like me, you can do a lot.
Yeah, well, he does the driving, or you do the driving.
Yeah.
Who
No,
did-
I drove.
Oh, Maron,
I drove, and then I met
I
him.
took over,
He
yeah.
took over.
you drive with
he
one
took over
arm.
the-
With one arm, you've been driving.
One arm.
He-
This
he-
arm is still, yeah.
You fell when you fell down.
I
right?
fell outside the restaurant. I
Yeah.
can't even sue.
You can't sue yourself.
No.
Don't you have insurance for that purpose?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I fell right outside.
Yeah,
Should have never happened.
why did I say like I pushed you? I'll say that. You know.
I didn't pay the VIG last week. That's
Yeah,
what happened.
That's what happened.
Being honest.
That's what happened with a bat. A bat hit you in the arm. They'll do that every time.
walked right into.
Anyway, the things that you've been doing, and I hear that we've been to a couple of clubs that where you've been working. So we sat down and I could just listen, and I just watched the various songs that you play with. It's eclectic, where you're able to touch on just about everything,
I tried.
and it's
right.
very, very difficult. And I'm saying it's not because you're here, but everyone has done well. So that's it.
Thank you.
It's
You want- yeah,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. Let's hear it for Tommy Kono.
Joey was talking earlier actually about this whole Avalon project, and the one song that really started it all was this next song that I did with Bobby, and this was one of two, and it's the last recordings that you're going to hear Bobby Rydell's voice on. It's a little song we call Sway. There it is.
Hey, hey, sway with me, sway. Hey, hey, sway with me, sway. Sway. When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway.
Like the lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more.
Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance, you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor,
Dear my eyes will see only you.
only you got that magic technique. When we dance, I grow. We I can hear the sound of violins long before they begin. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Come on, sway, hey. 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 Other dancers may be on the floor.
There are my eyes will see only you.
Only you've got that magic technique. When we dance, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before they begin. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Hey, hey, hey. Sway with me, sway. Hey, hey, hey. Sway with me, sway. When the marimba rhythm start to play, dance with me, make me sway.
Like the lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more.
Come on, sway, hey. 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 I can hear the sound of violins long before they begin. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Make me thrill as only you know how. Come on and sway me now. Thank you very much.
Oh man, that was kind of weird because listening to his voice,
That's
it
it.
just it's such a sad situation. We were supposed to go to dinner, and we had made plans to go to dinner right before he passed, and it's just a horrible experience.
Yeah.
It was. Well,
Oh my God.
the day we did it, we actually, they actually rehearsed in the car while I drove to the studio. And he kept on saying, make it louder, make it louder. And we had the thing blasted in the car. And then we got up to the studio and they recorded. And it was interesting because I was always on this side of the glass when I first started in the business, recording. Now I was on the other side in the engineer's room and directing the traffic, and it was pretty cool.
It's the fact that he wanted louder. It's a security.
Oh, he
Well,
loved
and the
it.
thing
Yeah.
was, I mean, that day we were there. I mean, we spent 8 hours together that day, and we
It was a
went out to
long 8
dinner.
hours, man.
And we went out to dinner, and then we came back to the house, and Bobby was just telling stories after story, and he didn't even want us to leave. Then I said, we got to get going. We had a 2.5 hour drive to get back home from where he lived, and he was just in awe. And he says, as soon as I get back from California, he was going to California to do something with Anne Margaret for Bye Bye Birdie.
Right.
And he says, then we'll do the video. And he got sick 1 week later after we did the recording. And then that was it. And it was a downhill, he unspiraled, just a spiral of effects, one after another. And then that was it. He never got to California, and then he passed.
Well, no disrespect to your restaurant, because I love your restaurant and I love the food. Okay, but we had plans to go to Villa de Roma, which was the restaurant in Philly, which I had played the part of the manager of that particular restaurant, which is still in existence, when we did the Martin Scorsese movie, The Irishman.
Right.
In that movie, I played the restaurant manager there. So we've been trying to get there for, matter of fact, maybe we'll go one night. Just go.
I would love to go.
If you don't mind eating in somebody else's restaurant.
I always like to criticize.
Yeah.
So
No, but the owner had mentioned it too at one point, But I actually, I've never been there, so I want to see what it looks like. Because what I understand that happened was that Martin Scorsese's crew went out there. They took videos of the entire restaurant, and then they fabricated an entire duplicate in the Brooklyn Armory in New York, here in Brooklyn, New York, down to the cracks in the mosaic tile that you couldn't see it in a million years.
Wow.
But they had that exact crack where the crack is in the tile over there. They actually had a guy that came around. I couldn't believe this. They had a guy after we would break after a little, maybe 15, 20-minute break between sets, between shots. What they did was they had a guy going around with a pan like this. He had dust in it, and he would take dust and he would put it on. He would put it on different parts of the restaurant and everything where there would normally be dust. You know, which is not a good thing for the restaurant. The ones that got dust in his restaurant. But the fact was they did that. I also saw them lift the entire ceiling of the restaurant, or they brought in a couple of high-lows, scissors, whatever you call it, and they actually lifted the roof so they can get this camera shot that Martin Scorsese wanted. It boggles your mind what they can do and what they can't do. You know the umbrellas, the drink they put in the tropical drinks? They were on the bar, and I happened to be standing next to the bar in one scene. The bartender in the scene is actually, in real life, is Martin Scorsese's in-house chef.
Oh, really?
He told him one day, he said, come down with me, I'll put you in the movie. Made him the bartender. So we're talking back there during the break, and he takes out one of those umbrellas, and he's playing with it like this and everything. He says, okay, everybody back on the set. So he took it, and put it back in there. Don't you think they stopped? Cut. Who touched the umbrellas? I mean, the place was this big. It had 100 people, 120 people sitting at tables. The bar was over there, and on the bar, this little shot glass with umbrellas on. They noticed that one of the umbrellas was moved.
That's all continuity.
I could not believe it. I said, "This is crazy." This is crazy. I was afraid to scratch. And they take Polaroid shots of you in the position, or you with your tie. Because if you move your tie, or open your tie, or something like that, when you open up the next scene and it's not there, they look at the thing. Wait a minute.
You got to look the same.
I mean, it's unbelievable. It's the things you take for granted in watching a movie. Who thinks of all these? You think I'm going to sit there one day and say, I'm not watching this movie? That umbrella's moved. Somebody moved that umbrella. I'm not watching this movie anymore.
Well, some of that stuff does happen, and it slips by.
Oh.
And if you watch the movie several times, you'll notice
Well,
certain things. Yeah.
I've got this idiosyncrasy where when I'm watching a movie and there's a clock, I check the time on the clock. And then they go back to it a little later in a different scene.
Yeah, to see what
I want
time
to see
it
if
is.
that clock moved. That clock don't move. I want to go pick at the studio. Your clock didn't move. Don't buy this film. But it's just a stupid thing that I just watch. I watch and I want to see if I catch them. But there's bloopers, all of those things. They got segments of where they show you 15, 20 of these things.
I think that the best blooper reel that I've seen so far to date has to be Cannonball Run.
Oh, yeah.
Those bloopers go on and on with Dean
With
Martin,
Dom DeLuise.
just going on.
When Dom DeLuise, when the elephant put his trunk between his legs and they couldn't get the trunk out of Dom DeLuise started hugging him like he was in love with him. Dom DeLuise happened to be one of my favorite comedians.
It is good.
Oh,
It
my
is very
God.
good.
It is hilarious. His face, his movie Joey that he did. Was it Joey, the name of the movie, where he was on a diet?
Fatso.
Fatso.
That's
Yeah,
the
Joey.
best movie.
And
Joey
what, you
with
got something against me? Call him
no,
Joey.
no, there is a movie Joey with Peter. What's the other guy? Peter. Oh my God, from Threes. Yeah. Oh man, I hate
From
this.
Threes what?
No, with the. Oh, yeah, my mind is. Now I'm trying to do it fast. And I'm really screwing up. Peter Boyle.
Oh, okay.
Peter Boyle, and it's a movie called Joey, and it's all about, and he's in that movie. That's why I was thinking. But no, that's really something. I mean, I love those bloopers.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah, the bloopers are good.
Wizard of Oz. They said that there's actually somebody in the background on one of the scenes in Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Where you can see, right?
Yeah.
Where you can see the shadow of somebody, and they said that person killed themselves.
So it's the conspiracy theory. There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
And they said somebody either committed suicide on the set, but then there was a nearby zoo, and they said one of their birds, I think it was an emu, was released,
and it went beyond.
and they were they found its way onto the set.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, let me just check here and make sure we got nothing behind us here. Got no emus? Oh, God. Where you going? I know that everybody's saying where things are
Yeah,
happening.
we got the show coming up in April. Right up there. This is going to be my first time doing a show in Staten Island.
That's
on
at-
Staten Island.
That's at Nino's, right?
At Nino's, yeah. It's going to be a great time with the Fireflies.
Another good place. Good food. Excellent
Yeah?
food.
See, I'm not allowed to say that because I'm always at his restaurant.
Well, it's not.
So I
It's
gotta
on
watch
Staten
what I
Island. I
say.
mean, it's not. I mean, he'll be a judge when he goes there.
I'm gonna be, yeah.
This is not made well. This is not cooked right. This one should have had this in it. You know.
But what else we got? We got Across the River in Penns Grove coming up on February 14th.
Okay.
Sorry, 18th. Right? It's a
18th.
Sunday.
Now, what's Penns Grove? Where's this?
Penns Grove is right outside of Trenton.
Oh, it's in
No,
Jersey.
it's right outside of Delaware.
Okay.
It's the southern part of New Jersey.
yeah.
And so if you go over there, it's
Delaware-
like near the Delaware Memorial Bridge.
Right.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
So we'll be there with Joey. Joey's going to be on the show.
I'm actually opening up the show.
Are you singing or
He's
just
going to close
emceeing?
it right down
No, I'm
immediately.
singing.
But
Oh, wow. God. No, yeah, actually, it's good. You know what? The next time we figure this out, we're going to have Joe as a singing guest. He'll do a couple of numbers up here.
Yeah, I can sing. Yeah.
Oh, I know you could sing. I'm asking.
I mean, I could sing. I mean, if the price is right. I mean, I'm not just not
The
gonna
price
come.
is right. Matter of fact, where was that damn?
Oh, you're gonna give me that chip?
Where's
Give
that
me that
token?
chip.
Where's that
Yeah,
chip
give me that
you gave
chip
me? I
back.
give it back to him. A dollar chip there. What else?
Hey, he calls me up. He says, "Could you do me a favor? As I'm getting on the ship, could you bring me a chip back?"
the Malt Shop Memories cruise that we were on.
Because he was just leaving and we were just getting on.
I collect them. I collect every ship we've ever been on, every casino. Matter of fact, here, let me just pay you.
No, I don't want it. I don't want to hear it. I want you to buy me dinner with that.
There's the chip. There's a chip off the old block. Oh my God, I can't get this back in my pocket now. Look at this. Probably 100,000 singles in there. Just impress everybody. All right. No, I do. I collect these things. And what the hell am I going to do with them? I haven't know. These are just more things my kids will throw in the dumpster when I die.
That's what I say.
It's just something else. Along with the gold record. This is
I
right in
have
the
a
dumpster.
copper de Monte lamp in my living room.
Wow.
A huge one. My kids are waiting when I die. It's the first thing they're going to throw in the trash.
Oh, man. There's no sentimental value. What are they going to keep it for? To them, it's junk. It's garbage. It's making room. It's clutter. You know, I'm a hoarder to a certain degree. You know, I collect everything there is to collect. I was telling you before, I collected pencils from every golf course I ever played in. I got one of them big tubs like this full of. How am I going to do with them? You know. So I don't know. Golf balls, bags and bags of golf balls with the names on them. You know, just as a collector thing. You know, but they ain't worth 10 cents.
We were hoping I could put lead in your pencil.
Or something on my balls. You know. Anyway, what do we got? We got 2 minutes left. Say what?
2 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I figured. All right. Not what I figured. It's what it says.
It's right up there.
just happen to be right here. Look at that. Anyway, first of all, we'll segue this with Frankie's interview, and also probably that'll go out without it also. But I want to thank Frankie Avalon, a dear friend. I want to thank him so much for taking the time and the effort for some of the things that it took to set up and get it right. I understand there's maybe some glitches. We'll try and correct whatever we can. That's the problem with it. You don't know with technical difficulties. There's not much you can do, and we will do the best we can. On the other hand, I want to thank you guys for making the trip. I want to tell you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck. Whatever we can do, any way I can help you with that, you know, I'm a phone call away.
I appreciate that. Thank you for having me back.
No,
I appreciate
I don't
it, Vito.
even mean over here. I'm talking. Don't forget now, this is now not only just the 80,000 viewers we had. We're now on YouTube, and we are also streamed all over the world.
Oh, wow.
So this thing is going to go all over the world. You'll get fan mail now from
We'll try to,
Yugoslavia. And,
He already does, but it's not fan mail.
Yeah, right. Gets his
Gets
recipes.
sending letters.
Yeah?
Yeah.
From Yugoslavia? They don't like the food? What happened? You didn't make the meatballs the way they like them? Anyway. Hey, by the way, you know, not for nothing. Give them the name of your restaurant, La Cucina.
Joey M's La Piazza.
La Cucina Piazza.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's in Wildwood. Wildwood, correct. Not,
Wildwood proper,
not North Wildwood. It's in actually Wildwood proper. And what's the street now? Because you moved
Pacific Avenue.
Pacific.
I've always been on Pacific. I just moved
You
from
moved
building.
down.
Street,
You moved,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Pacific.
3813 Pacific Avenue. But
Beautiful. I mean, a lot of you guys, of course, not in the winter, going to be going down there. But if you go down in the summer, if you got a place out there, definitely you can make sure you go out there and do it because the restaurant is excellent. The atmosphere is incredible. All right, Sal. I want to wish Sal Marino. Where are you, Sal? Happy birthday, buddy. Our floor director out there is out there somewhere, and he's in there. All right. Anyway, happy birthday, Sal. And thanks to Country Donuts for always having the donuts out there for us. Ciro's Pizza, the thin crust pizza, the best thin crust on the East Coast. How's that sound? Let's see if we get a discount now. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, guys.
thank you, Vito.
Until tomorrow then, good night, my love. Until tomorrow when I hold you in my arms. Whoa, good night. Whoa, good night, sweetheart. I had so much fun. Good night, sweetheart. Too bad the night is young. So until tomorrow night. Whoa, good night, my love. Good night. Hold my hand each night at the dawn. Want to love you and pray for when we kiss for moments on your porch. My heart, my love, like a torch. Good night, my love. It's time to bid farewell. Good night, my love. This night sure still. So until tomorrow night. Whoa, no. Good night.